Saturday night is all right for football here in London, England, as we come to you from Queensbury Stadium. It's the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on For the Fans. And tonight, the London Knights hope to get their way into the playoffs, but they have to go through the Baltimore Vultures. Hello, everybody. I'm Ethan Muslin alongside Brett Solberg. Brett, Baltimore is one away from a perfect season, but London, they've got an outside chance for the playoffs. They're hoping to spoil everything for the Vultures tonight.
Oh, Ethan, this is a Week 8 rematch that we've seen a few weeks ago where Baltimore put up a whole 58 points against this London team. So suffice to say, for London, the key to this game, don't let Baltimore score 58 points at this moment. You are 5-6. You are getting close to the playoffs. You need a win to get those playoff hopes alive. This is going to be a fantastic matchup, Ethan.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether or not Baltimore comes away with that perfect win, if they do, they're 3 away from getting 15-0 and a complete perfect season. But if London can get this win, as you said, Brett, they are going to improve their chances in the playoffs. They'll need a couple things to go their way, but they just might be able to pull it off.
Absolutely, and I would love to see a back and forth action between the two quarterbacks of this game who have been all deadly so far this season in Wigmore and Pickler.
Kickoff about to get underway in just 1 second. We got a nice little game for you tonight. It's 10 degrees centigrade here in London. Wind's coming out at about 3 miles an hour. Shouldn't be much to worry about tonight. Peter McLongfellow on the tee, and here we go. Kick taken out at about the 15-yard line, brought up to the 30, and taken down at the 31-yard line. That was Giovanni Bolt with the return, and it's about time we're going to see the Baltimore offense up for the first drive today.
It's going to be led by Jack Wigmore, who is probably the leader in MVP voting if we decide to do it today. He is first in yards, first in touchdowns, first in quarterback rating, and top 10 amongst a lot of quarterback categories as well.
He has been a fantastic quarterback this season, and it's about to see what happens here. First and 10 with 3 wide. They're going to throw the right side and immediately deflected and incomplete. Great deflection on the pass there by Emmanuel Blackman. Sets up second down. Emmanuel Blackman backed up by Brandon Ewing and Tanner Hendricks on the corners. Anthony Wio and Rain Rio on the safety side. Linebackers are Telemac Scarborough, Tony Roberto, and Jeff Gagne. And on the line is Cam Crosby, William Davidson, Chad Rowland, and Selwyn Lane. Second and 10 for Baltimore with 3 backs. They will hand the ball off. That is Jimmy Hazard pushing along and getting a gain of 8 on the play.
And that's a big thing that we've seen all season from Jimmy Hazard. He is first among all running backs in yards per carry with just over 6 yards a carry, along with 7 touchdowns and getting close to 750 yards for the season. So not a bad campaign for Jimmy Hazard.
Pro set here on third down. Penalty flag. They'll get a free play here. Pass is caught. Nice catch there by Mac Chima. They'll get to the 39-yard line. They'll probably take that instead of the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked to be a neutral zone infraction, offsides penalty on London player. But now we're looking at a first down situation, a nice pass completed by Mac Chima, I should say. And Baltimore is starting to roll here early in this game.
Yeah, Selwyn Lane there, the person who got caught there, gets the finger away. Can't do that, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But that will set up first down right at the midfield stripe for Baltimore. Setting up in a pro set. No wide receivers. Yeah, they got a nice big set here on first down. They'll hand it off to Jimmy Hazard. He punches through and gets a gain of 6. Excuse me, that was T-Roy Gaines. My mistake, making the 6-yard gain. But T-Roy Gaines is joined by Jimmy Hazard in the backfield, along with Jack Wigmore at quarterback. Wide receivers are Ivory Irvin, Daley Holder, Mac Chinma, and Lloyd Graham Jr., the tight end. Now 2nd and 4 on an offset eye. They will hand it off to Hazard, but Hazard is stopped immediately at the backfield, and he is taken down. That is number 59 of the defense. London.
William Davidson.
That is William Davidson. Thank you very much for correcting it.
Yeah, and a very great job by Davidson to get through his offensive lineman to get through that stretch play. Jimmy Hazard can be very dangerous on a lot of stretch plays that we've seen this season. So great stop by Davidson and the defensive line.
3rd down and 7 with 3 wide receivers for Wigmore. Throws down the middle. Pass caught and taken down at the 26-yard line. Mac Chinma makes a huge gain. That'll give them a gain of about 25. Takes it to the London 26-yard line.
Yeah, and Chima had wide open space between the first line of linebackers and then the secondary core that was dropping back a couple yards, preventing the deep pass. So Kima had a nice catch there, which gave Baltimore another 1st down.
1st and 10, zone defense here for London. Pass to the right side, complete. Brought out of bounds, Daly Holder at the 22-yard line for a gain of 4.
And you'll take that out route whenever you can. Daly Holder this time getting a little bit of the share of Jack Wigmore's passing game on this drive. And Baltimore's cruising so far. They're taking care of the clock, which is the big thing that they love to do, along with a lot of dominant teams here in the SFL. And they're doing great so far in this drive.
2nd down and 6. Baltimore in a pro set with 2 wide. Wigmore stepping back, going to throw to the left side. Pass complete. Doesn't get much progress, unfortunately, on that catch. Ivory Irvin making the catch, but down at the 20. Only going to give him a gain of 1.
Yeah, and Ivory Irvin has had eyes all around him all season. He's nearing 1,400 yards, which still leads the league amongst wide receivers. He also gets plenty of targets, which is this one, target number 130 for him.
Now on 3rd down and 5. Wigmore throws down the middle. Pass complete. Caught by Chima and taken down into the 6-yard line. 1st and goal to go for Baltimore.
And the big priority for this drive has been getting Mac Chima to get involved heavily on this offense, and it's working so far. That's his 3rd catch, and it seems to me that London secondary is backing off a lot and trying to prevent the deep ball, which is allowing these medium routes, the 8 to 10-yard medium routes, to get wide open. And now Baltimore is capitalizing on it, and now they're at the 6.
10th play of the drive for Baltimore here on 1st down with an I formation. They hand it off to Hazard right up the middle and stopped at the 2-yard line. Tackle made by number 35. Woo, what a great stop there by Anthony Wayo to stop the touchdown for now.
Yeah, and it seemed like Jimmy Hazard had all the space in the world to get the end zone, and then Wayo comes in all of a sudden and just smacks him right to the ground to stop him right at the 2.
Big set here on 2nd. Hand off to Hazard. Stopped right before the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. I believe that was Rain Rio making the stop.
Yeah, you got Tony Roberto, Rain Rowe. I think Anthony Wayo was in there once again. But London's plan when you're at the goal line now is just to basically swarm them all over the place. And now it looks like Wigmore and company are going to spread it out a little bit, bunch on the top.
Yeah, bunch on the left side with 3 wide, 1 to the right side here on 3rd and goal at the 3. Wigmore's going to throw it to the right side. Pass caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ivory Irvin with a nice 3-yard strike, and he makes it feel like it's all too easy with that little catnap.
Yeah, and give that man number 13 for the season, which, as of this point, is 2nd amongst all wide receivers. He's got all the top categories, so he's also got in consideration for Offensive Player of the Year, if I say so myself. So Baltimore, excellent first drive in this game, which shut off a lot of clock. They got just about 5 minutes off the clock from that possession, which led to 6.
Yeah, fantastic drive there by Baltimore that goes 12 yards for 12 plays for 69 yards. A very nice drive from Baltimore. Kick up here on the way, and it is good. So we've got 6:27 to go in the 1st, and it is Baltimore 7. London has yet to take the field, though, so we'll see how they answer with their first drive.
Yeah, it'll all depend on how that first drive happens. In London, it's very much decision time. Do you want to go the same way as Baltimore did and slowly drive down the field, or are you going to go for a quick strike to try to tie this game?
Shark Tarkenton about to kick the ball away. There we go. Saren Storm back to receive. Going to take it at the goal line. Brings it out to the 10. Down to the 20. and brought down. They're going to give her progress at the 22-yard line.
Now out comes the London offense led by everybody's favorite quarterback, Johnny Pickler, who has been nothing short of amazing this season. 406 for 556 for 4,032 yards at this point, along with 32 touchdowns. He has had a lot of time to pass the ball, that's for sure.
And they're going to start with 4 wide here on first down. They'll hand the ball off. Great job up the middle there by Robert Merrill. Going to get a gain of 5. Merrill and Pickler are your players in the backfield to watch for. On the outside, it's going to be Saren Storm, Mike St. Green, the former Jacksonville King, and Vin Kalia as wide receivers. Benji Matson is the tight end, and anchoring the line, Perrin Ibarra and Butch Menor on guard. 2nd and 5 now. Pickler in the shotgun with 4 wide. Has time to throw down the middle. Pass bobbled, and it's nearly picked off. Hit the ground there just before Smith could get a hand on it. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, looked to be directed to Saren Storm on that pass. He had about 2 London receivers that were going to be able to catch that ball. But Baltimore read the play perfectly, essentially. It looked to be almost an all slants down the middle. So great job by Baltimore to catch that play from happening. Basically mid-cadence for Pickler. So starts off with an incompletion, 0 for 1 for him.
Now looking to probably go for another pass here on 3rd and 5 with 3 wide receivers. Pickler will step, throws down the middle. Nice quick pass, caught, and it's a 1st down. Great pass there to Benji Matson, the tight end that gets the 1st.
Yeah, and Benji Matson has been very effective along with this offense, getting close to 500 yards in this season, and then he inches closer a little bit with that catch, but a great job to secure the ball after a devastating hit afterwards, so good job getting that 1st down.
1st and 10 now with the 35. Pickler starting to change the play up a little bit. Has 2 wide receivers. Going for a hard count here. Now snaps the ball. Has time in the pocket. Throws down the right side. Pass deflected and incomplete. Oh, wow. Troy LaShaw got there just in the nick of time to bat it away.
Yeah, to look to beat a Benji Matson again, and the saying stays true in the SFL, hashtag throw it to the tight end, but this time with that arcing pass, there was enough time for Troy LaShaw to get himself to that space just to bat that ball down, and it's try again for the London offense.
London again with 2 wide on 2nd down. They've got Merrill in the backfield. Pickler steps, fires down the middle. Good catch there by Matson, and it's going to get a gain of 8. Tackle made down by number 35, Ben Stackenpaper. He's joined in the secondary by Marvin Himes and Austin Brigham. Giovanni Bolt and Troy LaShaw on the safety side. Linebackers are Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, and Alvin Mackin. On the line, Al Walker, Tucker Lewis, Nate Brown, and Saron Yates IV. 3rd down and 2. They've got a nice short situation here for London. They've got 2 wide receivers. Pickler screens it out to the left. He's got a catch there from Merrill, and he'll get the 1st down. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and it's a new set for the Knights.
Yeah, just a simple flat pass with 1 protection there, which was Vin Kalia. Didn't get a block out of him, but there was still enough space for Robert Merrill to get that 1st down and move the chains for London.
London now at their own 46, 4:10 to go in the 1st quarter. Now with 4 wide receivers, they hand it off to Merrill, and he barrels through the middle and gets a gain of 7. Way to go to sign that you're going to pass the ball and then just hand it right off, and Merrill just goes up the middle for 7.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that London can do in this game, since they are notoriously known as a pass-heavy offense, you can just kind of trick Baltimore by getting more feeds to Robert Merrill, who has only had, before this game, 110 carries through the season. So this is a good start for Merrill.
2nd down and 3, 2 wide to the right side. Pickler will have time, throws to the right, pass is caught, and another 1st down for London. A great catch there by Vin Kalia, takes it to the Baltimore 39.
Yeah, a very nice pass from Johnny Pickler there to get basically right at Vin Kalia's favorite spot, which is a little bit of an out as well as kind of a post down to the sidelines as he was transitioning. So a great pass from Pickler and an even better catch from Kalia.
Now with 4 wide on 1st down, Pickler, in trouble, and he's taken down brought down by Saron Yates the fourth. That's a fantastic sack there for Baltimore.
And give that man sack number 18 and a half, which blows away the rest of the defensive field in sacks. He has just been one of the catalysts of Baltimore's defense and the reason why they are 11-0.
And probably more likely a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year here. 2nd and 2 in the Woolery set, 2-2. Pickler steps back, has time, throws to the left side, catch is made. Merrill had it, and no, they're going to say he didn't. No, he said he made the catch, but didn't get enough to get past the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and it looked like the Baltimore secondary had the rest of the receivers covered, so Pickler had to go to his last option, which was a Merrill flat pass to the side, which was basically a catch, tackle, and basically back at the line.
Dime man set for Baltimore here on defense. Pickler throws to the right side. Pass is caught by Storm, and Storm's going to get the first down and change. Going to go all the way. Touchdown, London.
Wow, what a show of strength from Saren Storm. We've seen Saren Storm a few seasons back have a absolute breakout campaign, and we were kind of waiting for him all season to kind of break out, and this is probably one of the best catch and runs that I've seen from Saren Storm all season. He basically just shoves down one of the defenders and just twinkle toes his sideline there, and Baltimore, rightly so, is going to challenge that play.
But they are going to have it challenged. Looks like they're going to see if Saren got out of bounds. It is going to be a close call here. So let's see how it looks here on the review. So
yeah, and you were even thinking at some point, he's out of bounds. Oh no,
he will be out of bounds. So that touchdown will go off the board. But it will still. I think it still will be enough for a first down.
Yes, it'll be enough for a first down and then some, because he had probably 5 or 6 yards of clearance at that point. So 6 points out of the board, and now that you've had the touchdown negated, you got to use that fuel to get back into the end zone again.
Yeah, so you may have not gotten the touchdown, but you still have a new set of downs. You still have a chance to get into the end zone here. It'll be 1st and 10 for London on the Baltimore 25. They'll have one wide on each side. Merrill in the backfield. Baltimore adjusting, adding a little pressure to the left side. Pickler under pressure and brought down. Another sack there for Baltimore, and Tucker Lewis gets his first sack of the game.
Yeah, don't forget about Tucker Lewis. That's number 8.5 for him as well. The defensive line for Baltimore has just been deadly all season long, and they continue to get to the quarterback. That's sack number 2 on Pickler. So the offensive line has to step up here for the rest of this drive.
Loss of 4 there on now for 2nd down. Pass deflected, incomplete, intended there for Vin Calia. And looked like Giovanni Bolter might have been there to make the deflection.
Yeah, it looked to be Austin Brigham there, but a nice look from Johnny Pickler. But this time it was just Brigham in the right place to bat that ball away and force this 3rd down situation. Now it's gut check time for London to see if they can get that first down or even a touchdown.
On 3rd and long, they need to get to the 15-yard line to move the chains. 4 wide receivers, Merrill in the backfield. Baltimore on a man defense. Pickler has time, under pressure, throws down the middle, pass caught! Oh, it's caught by Mike St. Green, but he's going to be short of the first down. They're going to mark him inches short at the 15.
Yeah, and I think that was more Mike St. Green just trying to secure the football as he was going down, and that's dangerously close to the first down line. I think the ball, as he was going down, was just pushed to the wrong side for London, so it forces a 4th and inches situation. And oh, look at this. They're going to go for 4th down here, maybe jump the defensive line.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to go for a jump here or if they might go for it, because it is 4th and inches. You've got a pretty good running back in Merrill. You might be able to push it through.
And it's not bad field position either.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to go for it here. Play clock down to 7. Looks like they're trying to go for the jump. Play clock down to 5. And they are going for the jump. Not happening there, so London will take a timeout.
Yeah, not a bad idea from London there. Trying to get the jump possibly from the crew. Chad Rowland, who has been very smart with his offensive play calls throughout the season, decided to go with a little bit of a trick to see if they can get a jump, but it didn't happen this time, and it looks like this time they'll get their field goal unit out.
Yeah, so it'll be Peter McLongfellow who will try for the field goal here to try to narrow the lead down to 4. It will be a 32-yard attempt for London. They couldn't get a touchdown, but they can at least still get some points here. Snap is a little high, but the kick is up, away, and it is good. 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. London does get on the board after a touchdown is removed after a challenge, but it'll be a great hold from Pendragon after that high snap, and then McLongfellow puts it through, and now London's only down 4.
Yeah, and it's not too bad for London. They still got away with some points here to kind of threaten Baltimore in this scenario. And they kind of did it the same way that Baltimore did. They shed off a lot of clock. As you said, we're under a minute left in this first quarter. We've only really had 2 drives throughout this first quarter. So both teams are looking for slow and methodical ways to tear down each other's defenses.
Yeah, it has been a very methodical game. It's a great way to play it right now. As the ball kicks away, Giovanni Bolt will take it at the 10, brings it out to the 20, gets around, gets some room, and taken down at the 35-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, sorry, go ahead.
No, you do your read.
All right. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. It's a nice little flip out to the middle, and a pass is caught. Taken down at the 37-yard line. That is number 12, the backup receiver there for Baltimore. Gets a gain of 2.
It's not too bad of a catch there. Jack Wigmore had a lot of time in the pocket that I noticed, so he had plenty of time to go through his progressions and see who was open. London did a good job to stop the deep receivers, so he had to go short on this one.
Gus Woods there making the catch there for the gain of 2. 2nd down now for Wigmore. Throws to the right side. Gas is caught. Oh, he gets some room. And Irvin is taken down at the 47-yard line. It'll be a first down for Baltimore, but we've got zeros on the clock because that will be the end of the first quarter.
And even so, that's a great way to end the quarter for Baltimore, to have Ivory Irvin shed a tackle and get like a 15-yard catch out of that. Just an amazing end to this quarter that has been action-packed with a lot of slow and methodical play from both teams.
Yeah, that last drive by London was 15 plays for 61 yards. It's been a methodical game so far. We're after 1, Baltimore 7, London 3. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by 8 PM Music, on For the Fans. Let's take a breath. All right, we flip the fields around for the second quarter. Baltimore in the shotgun here on 1st and 10 at the London 47 with 4 wide. Wigmore, penalty flag down. He's going to throw down the middle. Incomplete. It's going to depend on what happens here with the penalty. It looks like this might be a hold on the line.
I was just going to say, it looks like a hold. I wasn't sure if it was from one of the guards or one of the end tackles on the right side, but we'll see what happens.
It is a hold on Baltimore. That is number 72 with the finger wag and the no. That is Al Vincent, the guard, getting penalized for that.
Yeah, when you have an equally as deadly interior line core of William Davidson and Cam Frosby, you want to try to hold them back as much as possible, but you can't hold them. As simple as that.
Now going to deal with a 1st and 20. Baltimore with 4 wide receivers. Wigmore throws to the right. Ooh. Almost got picked, but it's picked up by Lloyd Graham Jr. Got a good gain on the play. Looks like he'll get about 16 to 17. It's going to be a nice 2nd down and short.
Yeah, it's a very nice way to quickly negate that penalty. You're on your own terms, essentially, by getting a nice out route. And he probably wouldn't have been open as much on the catch and run if the SWAT attempt wasn't going to happen. So great job by Graham Jr. to keep going and set up a 2nd and medium situation for Baltimore.
They're going to give him 16 on the play. 2nd and 4 and a pistol set. Pressure coming in from London on the line. Wigmore has some time, throws away, batted away, and incomplete. What a stop there by Roberto, and that's going to bring up 3rd and short.
You had 3 London defenders, and Jack Wigmore decided to throw into that triple coverage, essentially. So that's a very risky pass from one of the best in this game. Yeah, London did a great job to read where Wigmore was going to throw it, and now sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 4 for Baltimore with 2 wide to the right side. Offset I formation. Little pressure coming in from London. They back off, but pass is caught there by Irvin, and Irvin will get the 1st down, bringing it to the London 36.
Yeah, they got the quick outs there and found Ivory Irvin on the sideline, which had enough traction to get himself past the boundary of the 1st down line and get right out of bounds to stop the clock. So Baltimore, new set of chains. What are they going to do from here?
Well, they're going to start with 3 wide receivers on the offset I formation here on 1st down. They're going to hand the ball off. It's going to be Hazard going to the left side, and he is taken down to 32, gain of 4. Jeff Gagne there to make the stop.
And you can see a couple London defenders were trying to bring him down to basically neutralize Hazard as quickly as possible, but Hazard still had some buttery jersey action on him, so it led to still a very acceptable 4 yards out of that play.
2nd and 6 now. Wigmore in the shotgun with 2 and 2. Putting 5 on the line for London, bringing a little pressure. Pass batted away and incomplete. Roberto stayed back and just went right for that stab and knocked it down.
It's another pass deflection from Roberto as well, so he has come to play against this passing offense of Baltimore and making possibly Wigmore and company kind of question where their next throw is going to happen. So great job by the linebacking core to stay along with coverage.
3rd down and 6. There's 5 wide for Baltimore here in the shotgun set. Wigmore takes a bit of a high snap, going to throw down the middle. Pass is intercepted! Picked off by London, and it's Tanner Hendricks with the stop.
And that is what you're going to need to stop this Baltimore offense from continuing their momentum. Tanner Hendricks now has 7 interceptions on the season, and this 7th interception is probably the biggest one London can have in this season right now.
A fantastic turnover there. Ends a 9-play drive for Baltimore. So again, we were talking about both teams trying to be methodical and patient with their game. And it's going to start here again now with London deep in their own territory. Penalty flag here is a free play for London. It's batted away and incomplete. Would have been for naught, but the offside's about to come up.
That still would have been interesting. That one pick led to another pick, but like you said, it would negate regardless there because there's still a neutral zone infraction that happened.
That one called on number 95, Tucker Lewis. Jumped on that one, so it'll be a free 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 5.
Yeah, everyone in the SFL has got those week 12 jitters going along because a lot of teams are fighting for playoff contention and securing a spot to the dance, essentially. So a lot of defensive linemen are eager to get to the quarterback as soon as possible.
Yeah, and the same goes for Baltimore. Even though they've locked in a playoff spot, they've still got that 0 in the loss column, and they're hoping to keep it that way here. 1st and 5 for London. Pickler with time, down to the right side. Pass is caught by Vincalia, but he only gets a gain of 1 on the play before he comes out of bounds. It's a loss of 4 because it was 1st and 5, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
Check that. It was Mike St. Green on that catch, not Vincalia. Nonetheless, it looked to me that the route kind of broke down for St. Green, so he decided just to come along in to get Pickler an open option, which he did catch it, but it resulted in a 4-yard loss.
So a net gain of 1 there on that 1st down. 2nd down and 9. They'll hand it off to Merrill, who bumps down the middle and going to get a gain of 8. Stop short of the 1st down at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and Robert Merrill is taking opportunities of Baltimore's defense kind of sleeping on him and not realizing that not every play from London is going to be a pass. A wide open gap from the offensive line that gave him plenty of room to work with and get that big gain.
3rd down and very short to go here for London. With 2 wide receivers, Merrill in the back. Pickler throws down the middle. Pass is complete and taken down at the 35-yard line for a 1st down, and London has Benji Matson making the catch.
Yeah, Benji Matson has been a critical point of London's offense in this first half already. That's, I believe, his 4th catch in this game, and he continues to shine by getting first down after first down and moving the chains for London.
Pickler doing a great job so far. 9 of 12 so far in this game. 1st and 10 for London in the shotgun. Pickler throws to the left side. Pass bobbled, and it's incomplete. Oh, man. Kalia tried to get a hand on it, but just fell out of him, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, and it was great coverage from Marvin Himes as well to stay along with Kalia to prevent any completion from happening. So another good job by this secondary to counteract and try to halt this London passing game.
London on 2nd down with 2 wide to the left. Merrill on the backfield to the right. Pickler down the middle. Pass is caught. No, it's dropped. Incomplete. Mike St. Green only got it 1 hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. So it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, St. Green was going for a little bit of that Showtime catch a little bit and kind of flaunt his agility. Maybe he was just trying to reach for whatever it is because he was behind the football, but he just couldn't handle it after he made contact with a Baltimore defender. So it drops to the ground, and that leads to a 3rd and 10 now for London.
Yeah, as soon as Mike made contact with Keenan Samuels, he could not hold on to that football. So it fell out. It's an incomplete pass, and now it's 3rd and 10 for London on their own 35. Got to get to the 45 here to keep the drive alive. 4 wide receivers. Pickler steps back, throws to the left. Pass is caught by Storm, and Storm will get the 1st down and takes it inside Baltimore territory.
And that was a carbon copy of a play that we saw on the last drive from London, which gave Saren Storm plenty of space to run down the sidelines. I would say even more space than the last time he went with that out route. Yeah, he had like about a yard or 2 of space between him and that left-hand sideline, which gave him enough space to just speed his way through and then get tackled way beyond the 1st down line, and it moves the chains once again for London.
Yeah, fantastic job there by Benjamin Paul to make the stop and prevent Saren Storm from making any further progress there. 1st and 10 now in Baltimore territory. Pickler going to throw down the middle. Pass incomplete. It was a little on the high side there, intended for Benji Matson. Looked like he tried to put a little floater on it. Just couldn't get it. 2nd down.
You know, and I would argue a little bit on behalf of Johnny Pickler and say that Benji Matson didn't jump for that ball. It looked like it was low enough for him to get a jumping catch, but he decided to go conservative and just try to go for that basket catch instead. But nonetheless, it's an incomplete pass, and now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. 2 and 2 for London in the shotgun. Baltimore kind of falling back a little bit here. Pickler gets some time. A little pressure. Throws down the middle, and it's caught! Fantastic catch there by Benji Matson. Takes it down to the 24-yard line and a gain of 25 on the play.
And what a big effort that Benji Matson had there, reaching his hands out between essentially 2 defenders that were within about 6 inches from him. And he hauls it in, takes it, and gets to the ground for that 1st down.
1st and 10 for London at the Baltimore 24. 10th play of this drive. Pickler throws down the left side. Pass is caught, and it'll be a 1st down for Mike St. Green. He gets to the 13-yard line.
And there's some positive action there for MSG. You gotta love the reach. If you're a wide receiver fan, the reach that they get to try to grab that football. And when they do catch it, it's that, you know, that sense of, I don't know if I want to say ecstasy or anything like that, but it's just great to see those catches.
And we're seeing in the chat, that is the 100th catch for Mike St. Green. Congratulations, Mike. And on 2nd down, it's a touchdown! Touchdown London for Benji Matson!
Man, what a half Benji Matson is having. He gets, what a great catch and what a great arcing throw from Johnny Pickler to get it to his tight end, who has been so effective in this half and just manages to haul it in again from a very tough hit afterwards. And now London is taking this lead, and we're going to have to see what their defense responds with in kind.
McLongfellow setting up for the extra point that'll give London a 3-point lead. Pendragon to hold it. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. We've got 6:47 to go in the half, and it is currently London 10, Baltimore 7.
Yeah, and this has been a big second quarter for London here, stopping Baltimore with that interception and then immediately going down the field, shedding a little bit of clock and getting a touchdown of their own to get this lead.
With Longfellow back to kick the ball away. Bolt is back to receive it. And let's see how Baltimore responds from that touchdown. I'm going to take it at about the 15, and Bolt got a little stiff arm there and brought down at the 31-yard line. Are you a next-level SFL fan? Visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for information on how to create a player and to join our community. Check out League Leaders. We've got stats from all 17 seasons of SFL action and track game, season, and career numbers from all the players over time who've gone from couch to field. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Wigmore out of the shotgun, throws down the middle, and pass is caught. Brought down at the 44-yard line. That looks to be number 14. That's DeAndre Fields making the catch there for a nice gain.
Yeah, and Wigmore is getting a lot of his receivers involved, including the reserve receivers as well, with this catch as well. Fields with a very nice haul in and securing the football on two very tough defenders to get that first down, and Baltimore is back rolling again.
1st and 10 now at the 44. Wigmore takes the snap. He's going to throw down the middle, and a great catch there. Good job there by Mac Chima to pin to the London 40.
Yeah, and that was all Wigmore basically throwing it to a spot and Chima getting to that spot by doing a baseball slide essentially to the ground so he can manage to catch it and secure another first down for Baltimore.
3 wide here and an offset eye on 1st down for Baltimore. Wigmore hands it off. It's going to be Hazard to the left side. Going to shed a tackle. Sheds another one. And he's got room to run. Can he get out of the way? He will. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Yo, forget about slow and methodical. That's 2 first downs and then a Jimmy Hazard run that led to a quick 6 points. And talk about a response. Baltimore gives themselves the lead again. This is going to be a great back and forth matchup already at this point. This is already a fantastic game, Ethan.
Yeah, that last drive, 3 plays for 69 yards. Comparing it to the other ones, that London touchdown was 11 plays for 82 yards. So it's the quickest drive of this game so far. It's going to be interesting to see if they respond, if London responds with another quick drive, or if they stay methodical.
Very true.
Shark Tarkington back to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And that's another extra point for the 7-year vet. So right away, it's already 14-10 with 5:47 to go.
And this leads to a very interesting situation for London here. I think, again, this is why I'm never head coaching in the SFL, because I'm usually wrong with my guesses. But I think London should keep going slow and methodical, end this drive with all 5:37 on the clock, and get some points out of it, because they're getting the ball again in the second half.
That's true. They are getting the ball again in the second half. Storm takes the ball at the goal line, brings it out to the 20, and brought down at the 21-yard line. I think you're absolutely right on that, Brett. They got to get some points on the board because, again, they get the ball back to start the second half. So even a field goal at this point, if they can drain all that clock, it'd be a great way for London to stay in the game.
Yeah, and it's all reliant on Johnny Pickler staying composed and as accurate as he has been so far. 13 of 19. That has been great accuracy from him so far in this game.
1st and 10 for London in 2-2. Throw down the middle. Pass caught by Matson and immediately gets a first down. Good for a gain of about 14.
Yeah, again, Benji Matson has been that catalyst for the offense in this first half here as he gets another big first down gain, as it looks like they're just not really focusing on the tight ends. These linebacker and secondary core here, they're way too focused on guys like Saren Storm, MSG, and Kalia, which, fair point, they have been absolutely amazing throughout this season. But you got to worry about Benji Matson as well.
Absolutely. Now on 1st and 10 at the London 35. High snap from the shotgun for Pickler. Pass down. Oh, it's nearly picked off. Frank Smith was there on the deflection, nearly had it in his hands, and it'll be second down.
And once again, it was Benji Matson that was relatively open a little bit. I think Pickler maybe threw it a little bit too inaccurate, maybe a little bit too far to Benji Matson's right side, which allowed Smith to get that deflection. So maybe if he passed a little bit more outside to the left, Matson could have got another first down. But nonetheless, a very smart throw from Pickler.
Yeah, that was a very smart play there. As you said, just a little bit on the inaccurate side. But now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Pickler's got 4 wide with 3 to the right side. Merrill in the backfield. Pickler throws down the left side. Dangerous throw and nearly caught by Mike St. Green. Oh, he almost had a hand on it, but it's incomplete.
And we were waiting for that deep bomb to happen because we all know Johnny 2K loves to throw his arm and get as many yards as possible. They've been going slow, getting these short first down gains, and they went long this time, but Baltimore was ready for it.
And excuse me, that was intended for Vin Calia, who is the season leader in touchdowns, so not surprised they went for him on the deep route. 3rd down and 10, 4 wide with 3 to the left. Pickler has some time, a little bit of pressure, but pass caught down the middle, and it is a great catch by Saren Storm to keep the drive alive, and they take it to the London 47.
And you'll see again Vin Calia on the top of the screen before the camera transition. He was deep down the field once again. So that left Saren Storm a little bit open. As you can see, 2 defenders were getting ready for that Calia pass again, but it left Saren Storm open on the in route and gave him plenty of space to run through that first down.
Yeah, you saw Benjamin Paul there go with Vin Calia, and then as soon as Storm cut back, he kind of realized he made a crucial mistake there. 1st and 10. Pickler in the shotgun, 4 wide with 3 to the right side. Man defense here for Baltimore. Pass down the middle. Pass is complete. And taken down at the 46-yard line. That's Benji Matson again. And that's Frank Smith on the tackle.
Yeah, and Johnny Pickler has been very accurate through this drive here. Only 1 incompletion up to this point that would be deservedly so, which was that Benji Matson incompletion. Oh, I guess it would be 2. Sorry, I forgot about the Vin Calia one as well. That was just a few seconds back. Short memory. Solberg is in here today.
All right, penalty flag here, so it'll be a free play for London. Pass is caught, but that's not going to make much of a difference. It's going to be a free first down for London after the offsides.
Yeah, and when the plays broke down, and again, Calia went down just like Mike St. Green did in the first quarter, just to give Pickler an open option. But that doesn't matter anymore. They're going to get a free first down on the neutral zone infraction.
And it's Tucker Lewis again on the penalty.
And that man is very eager to get closer to Saron Yates' numbers here, as he's only at 8.5, whereas Yates is pretty close to 20 sacks through the season. So he's maybe trying to compete with his own teammate here.
He also might be a little eager to get that defensive stop here. 1st and 10 now for London in the shotgun. Throw around to the left side. Wow. Pass is caught! And a great catch by Vin Calia. Takes it down to the 14-yard line.
A nice arcing pass from Pickler to set the spot for Calia to run to the spot. A nice corner to the sidelines just to misdirect what looked to be Austin Brigham, and then Giovanni Bolt was kind of dragging behind afterwards. So a great throw from Pickler, a better catch from Calia, and now inside the red zone, London is threatening big time.
14 yards to go for the score, 3 minutes remaining on the half. 1st and 10. London throws to the left side, pass is caught!
Another one.
In the end zone! Touchdown, London!
Let's talk about a carbon copy play. If it worked one time, let's give it another try. This time, Vin Calia gets himself to the end zone, which continues his touchdown dominance through the season, as it seems like Pickler to Calia is everyone's favorite connection in the SFL this season. And now London retaking the lead. We're back to this ping pong back and forth game, Ethan.
Yeah, this has been an exciting first half so far. That is, if my math is correct, that is Vin Calia's 14th touchdown pass on the season. Johnny Pickler's 33rd on the year. Fantastic tandem between Pickler and Calia. With Longfellow to kick the ball away, and the extra point is good. We've got 2:53 to go in the half, and it's already London 17, Baltimore 14. Boy, what a way to close out the season, Brett.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple things in the Twitch chat already saying this is a dogfight at this point, and I absolutely agree. This looks to be a dogfight throughout the entire game.
Longfellow now out to kick the ball away. Giovanni Bolt back to receive it. He'll take it at about the 10-yard line. Brings up to the 20, 25, and brought down at the 28-yard line. That last drive for London, 8 plays, 79 yards, resulting in that touchdown. So again, we're starting to see both teams start to pick up the pace just a little bit.
Yeah, that possession was only roughly around 3 minutes on that drive instead of the 6 to 7 that we've seen all throughout the first quarter, essentially. So Baltimore now with 2:50 left. What are they going to do here?
Going to start off with 3 wide here on first down. Looks like a dime zone set for Baltimore. Wigmore has time, throws down, and it's complete. And a great catch there by Irvin to get them to the Baltimore 46, and a huge gain there for the first down.
Yeah, it looked to be a dime set from London to prevent any deep passes from happening, which again gave Ivory Irpin open space to get that 11-yard route in turning into a catch and give Baltimore a fresh set of downs early on and moving down the field.
Down to about 2:25 to go here in the first half. Baltimore at their own 46, 1st and 10 with the offset eye. They'll hand it off to Hazard, but he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tackled there for a loss of 1. Looks like that was Telemac Scarborough with the tackle.
Yeah, and London needs to stay aggressive against Jimmy Hazard and essentially try to neutralize that run game and maybe force Jack Wigmore to throw a little bit, because right now Johnny Pickler has a little bit of the advantage as we had the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go in the half. Team's got to take a breath. We got to take a breath. 2 to go. It's London 17, Baltimore 14. This is the SFL presented by APM Music on For the Fans. Take a breath, folks. Back with you now, Baltimore with 2nd and 11 with 4 wide receivers. Wigmore in the pocket, going to throw, and it's complete. Catch made there by Mac Chima, and he gets down to the London 46 for a gain of 8.
Yeah, Chima was very close to cross that first down boundary line, and the defense doing a great job to swarm him right away after the catch and kind of prevent him from crossing that line. So now it's a 3rd and short situation. This is stand time for London.
And London's got a big I formation here on 3rd and 2. They will hand it off to Hazard, and he's taken down in the backfield. London read that perfectly, and Tony Roberto stops the first down.
And there was no offensive lineman to get to Tony Roberto, so he had basically a free lane to get to that stretch run on Jimmy Hazard on the right side and push them back even further. So now they're going to punt it from midfield.
Pablo Gates to make the first punt of this entire game with less than a minute to go.
And they're shedding off as much clock as possible here.
Yeah, to prevent London from getting any more time. Play clock down to 3, and they will snap it off. Gates to punt it away. Saren Storm back to receive, takes it about the 15, going to try to cut around to the right side, and brought down at the 16-yard line. SFL fans, have you ever wondered what it would be like to play in the SFL instead of sitting on the sidelines? For the newest SFL participants, the SFL's minor league, SFLM, kicks off its 4th season Friday, October 15th. The SFL's YouTube channel is the home to all the minor league action at youtube.com/simulationfl. To get on the field and into the action, visit simulationfl.net to create a player today. And I know somebody who has. 1st and 10 for London. They've got about 40 seconds to go. Pickler throws to the left side. Pass complete. And he's taken out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Nice catch there by McLovin. That's the secondary receiver, McLovin, to make the catch.
Yeah, and it's a nice little out route and passing it to McLovin, which basically crossed the 200-yard mark of the game for Johnny Pickler. So he's going to be on pace for over 400 yards once again this season, which we've seen a couple times from him.
2nd down for London. They're going to screen it out to Merrill. He's only going to get a yard gain here. And looks like they're not going to let the clock run out here. They got the ball. They get the ball to start the second half. They're just going to see if they can get some more yards, maybe get another field goal, or they might just let this thing run out.
Yeah, they might do one more play here to kind of misdirect Baltimore's defense. We've seen it through a couple teams, at least, especially through the first half of the season, just to catch them off guard, and it has led to touchdowns. So we're going to have to see if the same thing happens here.
Game clock down to 3. They will throw one more play. And they will not get it done in time. Matson will make the catch for the first down, but that is the end of the first half. And London is on top of Baltimore, 17-14 as we go to the break.
Yeah, it's a big half for London, especially with the defense. The defense has played a big part, limiting Jimmy Hazard to basically a minimal yardage. At this point, he only has 47 yards on 8 carries, which seems like a great number, but you got to remember, he usually averages over 6 yards a carry, so they're holding him relatively well. As for Jack Wigmore, they got the interception from him, but both quarterbacks have been pretty accurate throughout this game so far. Wigmore's 14 of 18, and Pickler is 21 of 29. You can see that pass-heavy offense from London really paying dividends as well as they have this lead. So there's a lot of positive things to come out and getting into the halftime locker room speech for London.
Yeah, London has done a great job here. Bencalia averaging 16 yards of reception. Saren Storm averaging 14 of reception. They have definitely been winning the passing war against Baltimore. Baltimore, though, they're only down 3, so there's nothing to fear right now. They are still a very good football team, looking to hopefully get to 12-0 on the season. They can definitely pull it off, and they've got the weapons to do it.
And here's the thing, I don't think Baltimore's really shrugging off the fact that they're down 3, because I feel in the SFL, if Baltimore is down 20, they still have a chance to win this game because they have such a potent offense. So they could be waking up in the second half and just taking it to London for all we know. But nonetheless, here we are, 17-14. I would think both mentalities for both teams here is to reset their scores and make it 0-0 at this point.
And for all intents and purposes, it really is. I mean, looking at these drive summaries, only 2 drives ended without a score. You had Baltimore just recently having that punt, and then having that interception early in the first quarter. I'm not going to count the one that's timed at the end of the half. That doesn't count. But
nah.
every other drive has resulted in a score. So we are having ourselves a good old-fashioned Wild West shootout here in London.
Pew, pew.
Shark Tarkington now to kick the ball away to start the second half. And Saren Storm is back to receive it, taking about the 1. Brings it out to the 20, gets some blocks, but cannot get any further and taken down at the 23-yard line. So London hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive. They are in the lead for now. They've got about 22 minutes to try to keep it.
Yeah, and it starts with the first drive in the second half. That's going to set the tone for London. If they can get something successful out of this, or even shed off a lot of clock and get that Baltimore defense tired, that's still a positive for them too.
Absolutely. Now, first down and 10 at the 23. Pickler had 3 wide. He's going to screen it out to Merrill. Right side. Good side step there. Gets on his feet and taken down at the 32-yard line for a gain of 8.
And Merrill's done a great job with the misdirections after certain catches here. This time, he jukes out a defender, faking left and going right. Just when you think he's going to zig, he zigs again. And he just gets himself enough space to get a nice 8-yard gain and setting up a second and short.
Second and very manageable short situation here for London. They've got 4 wide receivers. Pickler in the shotgun. Looks like a man defense set up here for Baltimore. Pickler takes the low snap, under a little pressure, throws to the left side, pass is caught, and it'll look like it'll be a gain of 1. They're going to give Bencalia the 3 feet he made.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen someone's butt slide so far as I've seen on that catch. Bencalia must have like a shiny butt or something, if I can say that, but nonetheless, a great catch.
A butterball butt, you might say. On third down and 1, Pickler with 4 wide, going to hand it off to Merrill, gets the first down and pushes up the middle, and going to get to the 38-yard line. Great third down conversion there for Merrill to keep the drive alive.
And that's what London needs to do here. They need to continue getting first downs, and Robert Merrill is the right guy to do it, because you misdirect Baltimore with a lot of passing plays, and eventually you're going to get an open Robert Merrill down the field with some run plays. So an excellent job by this London play calling crew to misdirect Baltimore.
4 wide receivers for first down. They'll hand it off to Merrill. Merrill goes up the middle, and the inside run will get him about 2 yards. They'll bring it right to the London 40.
And again, London's kind of just slowing things down a little bit here. They're using all the downs that they can to get that first down, move the chains forward, shed a little bit of clock, and continue this game with the ball in their hands.
2nd down and 8 at the 40. Pickler in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Has some time down the middle, batted away and nearly intercepted by Frank Smith. Couldn't get his hands on it, but it'll drop for an incompletion.
Yeah, a very risky pass from Johnny Pickler. You had about 4 Baltimore defenders in the vicinity of that thrown football. So a little bit of a misread. Maybe he was trying to arc it a little bit more and try to get it to one of his receivers' hands. But it's a very risky pass thrown by Pickler.
But the ball did fall, thankfully, so no turnover made just yet. 3rd down and 8. Pickler in the shotgun again with 4 wide again. 3 to the left side. Dime man set up for Baltimore. Pickler throws down the middle. Pass is intercepted! Oh. And it's picked off by Alvin Mack.
Yeah, and as much as we've praised Johnny Pickler throughout this season, we also have to worry about his inaccuracies sometimes, because he does have a tendency to throw a little bit of risky passes. That was the 2nd straight one, and it ended up being an interception. So Baltimore now has the momentum back. They're close to midfield. I would like to think they're going to capitalize on this.
Pistol set on 1st down for Baltimore. 2 wide receivers. Wigmore throws to the left side, pass complete to Irvin. He'll get a gain of 6. Brings it inside London territory to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and you leave Irvin open a little bit on that sideline. Again, it's another nice out route, which is another gain of 6 yards, and Baltimore's going to slowly go down the field as well. So a good start by this Baltimore offense to get a very nice 6-yard gain.
Baltimore now setting up in, looks like it'll be 3 wide receivers with Hazard in the backfield. A 5 on the line for London. Wigmore throws to the right. Nice catch by Irvin, and he'll get the 1st down. Taken down at the 40-yard line. Looks like that was Allen making the stop. Excuse me, no, sorry, that's Rain Rio.
Yeah, and it looked like Tony Roberto was once again looking to get that pass deflection, but kind of jumped a little bit too late, and Irvin still got the catch, and he got a little bit of ground to push forward for that 1st down for Baltimore.
1st and 10 with the I formation. Hazard gets the ball, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Great stop there by the London defense. That was number 59 making the stop, William Davidson.
Yeah, and Davidson basically wrapped his arms around Hazard as quickly as possible, and that's what you need to do. You need to neutralize Jimmy Hazard so he doesn't get hot at any moment in this game, so that they don't have to flip-flop between run and pass, and you're going to force Wigmore to pass more.
And they're doing that here on 2nd down. Wigmore down the middle, pass deflected and incomplete. Oh, that was intended for Holder, but there were a couple of London defenders there to make sure that did not happen.
Yeah, it looked like Weil was ripe for the grabbing on the interception, and it would have been a very interesting play if that ended up being an interception, but it drops out of his hands, and it leads to a 3rd and 10 for Baltimore. Let's see if they can get it.
3rd and 10, again in the shotgun for Wigmore. 3 wide to the right side. He has some time down the middle. Pass is complete. Caught by Holder and takes him down to the 23-yard line for 1st down.
It was a very nice catch from Daley Holder, which we've seen a little bit of in this game so far. It's I'm just trying to find my stat sheet here. Got a little bit slow, but he's had a couple catches in this game. That is, I'm still freezing up, but nonetheless, great 1st down catch for Baltimore.
I think if you're trying to say Holder's currently gotten 21 yards of receptions on the 2 receptions so far, but he's doing pretty well for himself. Wigmore in trouble, and he's taken down in the backfield. A huge sack for London. And great stop there by Cam Frosby.
That's the first time we've seen Cam Frosby in this game. He basically just pushes his way away from the center, which looked to be Lawrence on that, and got to Wigmore pretty quickly, which led to the sack.
Now on 2nd and 16, 2 and 2 in the shotgun for Baltimore. Wigmore takes the snap. He's going to throw to the left side. Pass is complete to Hazard, and he is brought down at the 23, back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and they'll take that at this point, which inches them a little bit closer to field goal range and gives them an opportunity to possibly kick a field goal out of this if they don't make this third down. Shark Tarkington will be waiting on the sidelines and see what happens on this third down. But nice catch from Hazard on the sidelines to get just back to the boundary line of scrimmage.
Be a 3rd down and 10 for Baltimore, looking to get to the 13-yard line to keep the drive moving. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right side. Wigmore is in the shotgun. Only 5 in the box for London. Nice throw to the right side. It is caught and brought down immediately was Makchima, excuse me. And now I think you got to bring out the field goal unit.
Yeah, and Baltimore was looking to be a little bit conservative here and hope that Chima would have open space to run to that first down, but he was wrapped up right away. And now from 36, we'll have to see the leg of Shark Tarkington.
Looks like it might be a 37-yard attempt, but you never know. 3 feet makes the difference. Tarkington, kick on the way, and it is good. 5:53 to go, and we are knotted up at 17.
Alrighty, it was 37 yards, so I do owe you a cheeseburger. So we'll figure that out after the game. But now Baltimore's tied the game. We're basically fresh back at zeros if you think of it mentally.
Yeah, and that's exactly kind of what you have to see yourself both in the Baltimore and London perspective, because London had the lead, but now it's kind of back to even footing. So we've got 5:53 to go, and it's effectively a brand new game. Tarkington kicking the ball away. Storm will take the ball at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Brings it out to the 10, 15, 20, and brought down at the 26 yard line. For the first time in nearly 3 years, the SFL will broadcast playoff games on its own networks, and for the first time will offer simulcasts of the playoff games in all SFL platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Check out the first 2 wildcard games Saturday, October 16th at 1 Eastern and Sunday, October 17th at 6 Eastern on all platforms, and stay tuned for official team and commentator pairings. 1st and 10 for London in the shotgun with 3 wide to the right. Nice pass for Pickler down the middle, and it is caught by Matson. Going to get a gain of 6.
This has been a healthy dose of Benji Matson up to this point. If I'm not mistaken, that'll be number 10 for him, and that'll get him close to 100 yards, if not more, for the game. So Pickler has been heavily relying on Benji Matson through this game to get London's offense going.
Yeah, he's 4 away from 100 right now. 2nd and 4 with 4 wide. Pickler out of the shotgun with some time. Throws to the left side, and it is caught! What a catch by Vin Kalia on the sideline. Going to take it into Baltimore territory.
And what a way to hold his feet in bounds as well. That's very much a 50-50 call, if I'm being honest here. And yeah, it looked like his feet were still in bounds, but nonetheless, what a fantastic catch. And once again, Baltimore's going to challenge that.
You know what? You might as well try it just to make sure. And because if you do, hey, that's great, incomplete pass. But if you don't, hey, that's okay. You already won a challenge earlier in the game. Let's see if we're going to take another look here.
Yeah, this is probably the best view that we can get from it here.
Here, 1 and 2. I think he's got it.
I think he's in. Got it. So Baltimore might lose a timeout here.
After review, the play stands. The pass was completed.
Yeah,
and it is a completed pass.
And to be honest, it's a very fair call from Baltimore to try to challenge that and try to reverse that call, because it goes in 2 ways. You basically could change the momentum your way, and it stops London, and it sets up another down from further back.
Now 1st and 10 for London at the 48 of Baltimore. Pickler gonna screen out to the right side. Pass caught by St. Green. And a nice short pass there for a gain of 6, taken out of bounds at the 42.
And you're going to take 6 yards no matter what. So Mike St. Green's going to go back to the huddle, happy to progress this London offense forward a little bit more and get them closer to the end zone at this point. But yeah, they'll take it.
Good gain of 6 on the play right there, and that's going to give Mike St. Green 26 yards on the day so far, but 4 of 5 out of top 5 targets, so he's been really good at holding on to that ball. Hand off to Merrill here on second down. Loose, but it is recovered by London. What a great recovery there after the ball came loose. Oh my goodness. And that was Alex Leatherwood, the tackle, making the save.
Talk about laying the smackdown. If you can get Robert Merrill to get the ball loose after that, that's just fantastic. So what a hit.
3rd down and 1. Pickler will throw out to the left. It is caught. And a great catch there from Kalia to get the first down.
Yeah, and that's all they wanted at this point was just to get that first down and move those chains one more time here. And they're going to continue trotting down this field and try to keep that time possession in favor of the Knights.
It's been a pretty decent drive so far. This will be play number 6. Pickler in the shotgun with 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Throw a quick one down the middle. Pass bobbled and nearly intercepted. Oh my goodness, that was a close one there. Benjamin Paul nearly had a pick.
Yeah, and this time they went to Matson again on that one, which is target number 15 in this game. He's having a healthy dose of looks up to this point, and this time the secondary was right there, ready to go. Almost got the interception to change the momentum of the game.
3 wide receivers for 2nd down. Merrill in the backfield. Pickler under a little pressure. Throws down the middle. Pass is caught. Great catch there from Matson and brought down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, just great patience from Johnny Pickler and moving a little bit so he could avoid the pressure from his backside. And that gives Matson plenty of opportunity to get himself open on a post route down the middle of the field, get a nice catch inside the red zone. London goes, and they are threatening.
Ball at the 11-yard line right now. You can almost say it's first and essentially goal to go for London. They'll have 3 wide receivers with Pickler in the shotgun. A little bit of pressure coming up for Baltimore, but they'll fall back a little bit. Pickler throws to the right, caught by Matson, and he's going to get stopped short of the first down. He's taken down just at the 1. They're going to call it short for 2nd and inches.
I thought Matson had it at that point, but the speed of the secondary for Baltimore to get to Matson as quickly as possible, just an amazing show of speed to make it 2nd and inches instead of a touchdown.
2nd and inches at the 1. Pickler's in the shotgun. They've got 4 wide. They might throw it here. Pickler has some time. Oh, but he's brought down in the backfield. Took a little too much time to throw that ball. And it is Tucker Lewis with the sack. A little bit of redemption after those penalties.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a showboat right in front of Johnny Pickler as well. So I don't know if you should be doing that right in front of his face. That's going to fuel Johnny Pickler for the rest of this game, that's for sure.
Absolutely will. Now going to 3rd down and 4 at the Baltimore 5. 10th play of this drive. 2 wide receivers. Pickler throws down the middle. Incomplete. Intended there for Matson. Just couldn't get there in time. You got to wonder if you're going to put out the field goal unit or try to go for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's very tough to say, but I think they're going to go conservative here and just get the field goal and get the lead back and kind of rely on their defense, which was really good in the second quarter. So yeah, it looks like Peter McLongfellow is going to be out for the kick.
McLongfellow to kick it, Pendragon to hold it. With 2:18 to go in the 3rd, this will put the Knights up by 3. And the 22-yarder is up and through. 2:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. The London Knights up 20 to the Baltimore Vultures 17. And I think you're absolutely right about that, Brett. Now they've got the lead. Now they got to try to kill as much clock as they can. Try to bring it down to as close as you can to the final minutes of the 4th quarter and try to maintain that advantage.
Yeah, and there's still a whole quarter left to go, so it's still going to be an interesting outlook to this.
Longfellow kicks that ball away. Giovanni Bolt back to return it at the 10. They'll bring it up to the 20. Scoots away down to the 30 and brought down at the 31-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customizable jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gears the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 sports promotions, and the SFL. Crow set here on first down. They're going to hand it off to T-Roy Gaines. He's going to get a good gain of 7 on the play. That's his second attempt on the day right now for T-Roy.
Yeah, been a little bit quiet from T-Roy Gaines, but he's more so being used as a blocking option throughout this game. So it's good to feed him every now and again to see if those legs can churn, and churn he did for 7 yards.
Now second down and 3. Baltimore with the offset eye. And they will hand it off to Hazard. Hazard brought down at the 39-yard line. Tackle made there by Cam Frosby. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Vultures.
Yeah, and you gotta keep Jimmy Hazard down because he could get hot at any moment. So a great job by Frosby to get to Hazard basically at the line and only limit him to a 1-yard gain.
3rd down and 2. They will hand it off to Hazard. He gets to the left side, but he stops short of the first down. And a brilliant stop by number 99, Talamax Scarborough.
Yeah, this time they decided to go with a stretch to the left side and see if Hazard could get successful, at least in getting a first down. But again, it's another 1-yard gain, and London vitally stops Baltimore's offense and forces the punting unit. So this is another prime opportunity for London to perhaps extend this lead.
Pablo Gates is back to punt the ball away. Oh, it nearly got blocked. And Saren Storm will call for the fair catch at the 27-yard line. 46 to go in the 3rd, so we'll have a couple of plays left before we get to that big 4th quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music that brings your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Pickler out of the shotgun on first down, going to lob one down the middle, and the pass is caught by Mike St. Green. Going to bring it to the 40-yard line and a first down.
A nice throw off the back foot for Johnny Pickler and finding Mike St. Green open to get another quick first down. Just sliding his way through, got a knee to the helmet, sliding down, but nonetheless, he still secured the football, and London gets a first down quick.
And there'll probably be one more play to go before we get to the 4th quarter here. 1st and 10 for London with 4 wide receivers. Pickler in the shotgun. Has a little bit of time under pressure, and he's brought down. Oh, my goodness. What a sack by Saron Yates, the 4th. There's 19.5.
Yeah, he's inching ever so close to 20 at this point. He's just a half sack away now.
And that's going to bring zeros on the clock for the 3rd quarter. We know what that means, chat. 4's up! Because it is time for the 4th quarter. We've got 11 minutes left. And with 11 minutes to go, it's London 20, Baltimore 17. This is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on For the Fans. Second down and long now for London. They've got 2 wide on each side. Bass is caught down the middle by Matson. And a great catch there. Looks to be about a gain of 12. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
It's another big catch for Benji Matson to push forward this London offense and continue to try to continue this drive a little bit more. So London's doing everything right in this passing game so far. Johnny Pickler now 31 of 43.
Yeah, and that makes Matson's 12th reception on the game. He's got 145 yards receiving so far today. He's been doing a fantastic job for London's offense. 3rd down and 3. 2 wide for Pickler with Merrill in the backfield. He'll have time to throw to the right side. Pass is caught by, oh, what a great catch by Matson. Brought down at the 45 of Baltimore. They are inside enemy territory.
And you keep feeding the guy that's been catching all the footballs right now, and Benji Matson has a nice out route going right, gets himself open with a nice catch, and just manages enough to get that first down and continue moving the chains.
New set of downs now for London. 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 45. Pickler with time in the pocket. Going to throw one down the left side. Deflected and incomplete. taken down there by Alvin Mack, preventing another reception. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, you can see Johnny Pickler was looking to his right to see if the deep ball could happen, but he decides to go with the reserve receiver out on an out route, and Alvin Mack this time swats the ball away and tells essentially Johnny Pickler to try that again if he wants to.
Yeah, this Baltimore defense, they have been malleable, but when they need to be firm, they have been very, very firm in stopping the drive. Second down and 10. There'll be 2 wide receivers in the shotgun. Looks like Mattson's on the right side on the tight end set. Excuse me, that's 3 wide receivers. Pickler takes the snap, throws down the middle, pass up in the air and incomplete. Batted away again by Alvin Mack.
Yeah, this time they decided to go down the middle, and Alvin Mack is just reading the eyes of Johnny Pickler right now, which has been very favorable for him because that's 2 straight tip passes, and Baltimore now forcing London into a third down in a situation where you can't kick from here, so you have to make it closer.
You have to get it a little closer, if anything, to pin Baltimore down. Third and 10 from the shotgun with 4 wide. Pickler going to throw a quick one down the right side. It's intercepted! Picked off with room to run! Ben Stackenpaper is taken down by Saren Storm at the London 28-yard line.
And that's not what you need from Johnny Pickler up at that point. Very underthrown pass from Pickler there right into the hands of Stackenpaper, and he had a lot of space to run. If Saren Storm didn't get to him, it looked to be a pick 6 at that point. So Baltimore now shifts the momentum back to their side, and they have the football in very deep enemy territory.
They have fantastic field position here to start this drive. 9:41 to go in the game. Baltimore is down by 3. Wigmore's got a pro set here with 2 wide receivers on 1st and 10. Wigmore's going to step up, going to float one to the right side. Pass is caught and stopped and out of bounds at the 19-yard line for a gain of 8. Good catch there by Mac Chima.
Yeah, and it was a very nice unorthodox throw from Jack Wigmore there to get it to Mac Chima, and gets a nice 8 yards out of it, and now they're inside the red zone.
In the red zone and threatening on 2nd down. Pro set with a wide receiver to the left side. Going to get a free play here, so it'll be a free 1st down. Hazard will get to about the 15-yard line, but I think they'll just go ahead and take the penalty.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to inch a little bit closer with the penalty, I feel, but nonetheless, a good run from Hazard even to get that 1st down regardless.
And that penalty is enforced on Selwyn Lane. That's going to give Baltimore a free 1st down. Not really what you want to have when you're up by 3.
And again, it's that eagerness. London desperately needs to win here to keep their playoff hopes alive. So, and there's always talk about 4th quarter Baltimore and how scary they can be. So sometimes a little jitteriness can happen on the defensive line.
1st and 10 for Baltimore at the London 14. They've got a shotgun. Wigmore's going to have time. Throws to the left side. It is caught! And in the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore!
Yeah, and we were talking about this 4th quarter Baltimore. They can be a scary team. This time, Wigmore essentially throws it right to the top left-hand corner of the end zone, which gave enough time for Irvin to run to the spot and get that touchdown. And now Baltimore, with that momentum after the interception, gets 6. They're an extra point away from a 4-point lead. London needs to respond on this upcoming drive.
Absolutely, they have to. They got to get themselves back into the lead to give themselves any hopes of making the playoffs. Shark Tarkington to kick the extra point. It is away, and it is good. With 8:49 to go in the 4th quarter, it is now Baltimore 24, London 20. And just to give you an idea of what London needs to make it into the playoffs, they got to get to 6-6. They got to win this game. You see the game on the top of your screen there, Las Vegas and Arizona. They need help from that game as well, and there's a few more games coming down the line on Sunday that need to go London's way just to give them any hope of getting into the playoffs here. Storm's going to take it inside the goal line, bring it out to about the 20. Sticks around, got some room to run, but brought down at the 27-yard line. Coverage of the SFL's 17th postseason begins Saturday, October 16th on Next Level Sports at 4 p.m. Eastern, with the league's top wildcard matchup. For the Fans coverage begins Sunday, October 17th, with a league playoff pregame special at 2:30 p.m. Eastern before kickoff at 3 Eastern. To find Next Level Sports and For the Fans channels on your devices, visit itsnextlevel.com and ftfnext.com so you don't miss a minute of the action. Screen pass made there by Merrill. Is going to bring it down to the 29-yard line for a gain of 3. And that's good progress there for London to keep their hopes alive and winning this game.
Yeah, decent progress. 3 yards isn't too bad with 8.5 left to go in this game. But eventually they're going to have to start relying on a little bit more deeper throws from Pickler if the clock sheds down a little bit more.
Currently 8:13 to go in the game. Pickler down the middle. Pass is caught. Matson, what a great catch there. Caught Baltimore napping a little bit, thinking it might have gotten dropped, but a great first down.
Yeah, bobbled a little bit there. It seemed to be off the defender as well, and he manages to get a second chance catch. And he got a lot of space afterwards, too. Like, look at that. He turns around, and he has plenty of space to run down the left side. So an amazing improvised play from Benji Matson to get this London team forward a little bit more.
Gain of 17 yards on that play. Bring up 1st and 10 at the 46. Pickler changing the play up a little bit. He's got 2 and 2. Little man coverage here for Baltimore. They'll screen it out to the left, and it's incomplete. Pass broken up again by Baltimore. Great job there by Brigham.
Yeah, Brigham is getting ready, especially for these out routes that have been happening a little bit more often in the second half. And this time he bats the ball away and pushes London to a 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 for London. They've got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side, Merrill right to the right side of Pickler. Pickler's in the shotgun. Takes a bit of a high snap, has time, throws down the left side, pass is caught, and it's caught by Vincalia, taken down at the 26-yard line for a beautiful gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, and this drive has been solely on 2 big plays. You saw the Matson catch and run. This time Pickler had enough patience and enough time in the pocket to look at who was open, and Kalia got himself open enough for Pickler to throw. A great catch from Kalia, a nice extra run as well to get deeper into enemy territory.
That brings it into Baltimore territory now with a new set of downs for the Knights. 1st and 10 at the 26. They got 4 wide with 3 on the right. Pickler out of the shotgun. Nice quick pass there. Caught by Saren Storm and brought down inside the 15 for another London 1st down.
Yeah, and it's just been 1st down to 1st down on this drive here. This time Saren Storm gets himself enough space on the slants to get himself open down the middle of the field. And now inside the red zone, London is threatening to get this lead back very quickly.
Now 1st and 10 at the 12. Again, 4 wide, 3 to the left. Merrill in the backfield. Pickler's going to throw out to the left side. Caught by Storm, and he gets into the end zone! Touchdown, London!
Very great job from Saren Storm. Basically redemption for himself after the out-of-bounds step from him in the first half. This time he gets himself some space. He pushes a little bit forward. Yeah, the defender there was kind of hoping for a post route down the middle, but he goes out, he gets enough space, gets himself to the end zone, and now London has retaken the lead.
A fantastic back and forth game here in London. It has been an absolute fantastic game to close out the regular season. With Longfellow now to kick the extra point to put London up by 3. That's a little high, but the kick is up, and it is good. And London is now up 27-24 with 6:34 to go in the game. You got to hope that London can really step their defense up a little bit and prevent Baltimore from scoring again.
Yeah, because 6:34 is plenty of time for Baltimore to respond. It'll all depend on how fast they want to get to the end zone and how ready London will be for that approach.
With Longfellow kicking it away to Giovanni Bolt. Takes it about the 15, now to 20, and brought down at the 30-yard line. Some pretty decent field position there for Baltimore to start up this next drive.
70 yards to the end zone with 6.5 left to go. Plenty of time to work around it.
Yeah, they'll have plenty of time to, if they can't get to the end zone, they can at least score a field goal and at least tie the game. It'll be a real close finish here as we enter the waning minutes of the game. 1st and 10 for Baltimore in a pro set. They'll hand it off to T. Roy Gaines, and Gaines will get himself a nice 9-yard carry. Brings it to the Baltimore 39.
Yeah, and Gaines has done pretty well for himself with the limited carries that he's had. He's only got 3 at this point, and that brings him up to 22 yards. So he's having a great day on the ground for the limited action that he's gotten.
2nd down and 1 for Baltimore. 3 wide receivers. Looks like Hazard's in the backfield here. Wigmore under a little pressure and brought down. That's a loss of 4 on the play. Who's there making that sack? It is number 99. Number 93, Cam Frosby.
Yeah, it looked to be a little bit of a combination sack there. You saw Cam Frosby on there. And also I think also on the blitz was Jeff Gagne as well to kind of get the share of the sack.
3rd down and 4 from the shotgun. Wigmore's going to throw down the middle. Pass complete. And they will say he is inside London territory. Great catch by Mac Chima to move the chains.
Yeah, and Chima has been the big positive wide receiver for Baltimore, getting a lot of open passes. That was also open to Lloyd Graham Jr. as well, but Chima decides to make the catch there as he inches closer to 100 yards in this game.
Inching ever so slightly. He's currently at 98 yards. One more catch for 2 will do it. 1st and 10 in a pro set for Baltimore. They'll hand it off to Gaines. Gaines will get a couple of yards there. They're going to mark him down at the 48-yard line. Gain of about 1 or 2, maybe about 1 and change.
Had to jump over one of his offensive linemen to kind of get forward, and it was met by a linebacker real quick. So a 2-yard gain for Baltimore. Sheds the clock a little bit here as they quickly get back into the set.
4:38 to go in the game. Baltimore with 3 wide on 2nd down. Wigmore stepping back, and he's nearly brought down. But it's intercepted, and there's room to run. Nobody in front of him. It's going to go all the way. Now pick 6. Touchdown, London. Emmanuel Blackman blows the game open for the Knights.
That is absolutely huge for this game. London now has broken the lead open a little bit more with an amazing Emmanuel Blackman read that we knew that Mac Chima was the big receiver so far in this game for Baltimore. They decided to go Chima's way again. Blackman was ready. He got the interception, and he had plenty of space to run for the pick 6. And now up 9. They've potentially up 10 up to this point if they can get the extra point.
It's going to come down to Peter McLongfellow to see if he can make this a 10-point game. What a dramatic turnaround for the Knights. They have just blown this game open for themselves and put Baltimore in a real big pickle. Kick is up, and it is good. 4:25 to go in the game. It's London 34, Baltimore 24. And you got to figure that London's got to breathe a little easier now that they've got a 10-point lead.
Yeah, but you also have to worry. Baltimore is still a dangerous team in the 4th quarter. And now Baltimore's thinking to themselves, we need to get a quick strike. So watch out for deep passes from Wigmore to either Chima. You could see Ivory Irvin getting maybe a catch or 2 out of this. There's tons of options still for Baltimore.
Bolt takes the kick at about the 10, breaks through a little bit, and gets the ball to the 33-yard line. You have to figure London's got gut check time right now. They are up 10, but as you said, Baltimore is very dangerous in the 4th quarter. They can make scores real quick, and they got to figure they've got to keep the pressure on and keep the pressure on big time.
Yeah, and the secondary has to stay awake from the Baltimore receivers to prevent any completions.
3 wide pro set here on 1st down for Baltimore. Pass is complete to Irvin. And he's brought down at the 38, and they're going to go no huddle.
Yeah, they're not going to risk it at this point.
Yeah, absolutely right here on 2nd and 5. Wigmore throws to the left side. Pass caught by Irvin again. He gets the 1st down.
But he didn't get out of bounds, so the clock keeps ticking. They're going to go with the same formation here.
Less than 4 minutes to go now. 1st and 10. Wigmore has some time in the pocket. Throws a big one down the left, and it's intercepted! It is intercepted by Anthony Wayo! And that should just about seal the deal for London.
And it all depends on how this drive goes for the London offense, but that is another huge interception, this time from Anthony Wayo, as he just finds the right place. Again, they had Mac Chima basically covered, and Wigmore decided to throw Chima's way, and it was a Wayo interception and another big interception, and London, all the momentum is on their side now.
Everything is going the way of the Knights right now with 3:51 to go in the game. 1st and 10 at the 49. Pickler from the shotgun throws, and it's batted away, incomplete. Good way to stop the clock there for Baltimore. Ran a great deflection and stop there by number 29.
Yeah, and as much as pass-heavy offense London is, I would like to think, at least in this set of downs, they go to Robert Merrill at least once to get this clock going a little bit. I know that you want to go for the glory and kind of push this game out of reach, but you also have to think about shedding the clock as well.
Looks like they're in another pass set here on 2nd down. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Pickler in the shotgun, throws away, and it's nearly intercepted again! Oh my goodness, Austin Brigham got the hand on it, and it was nearly picked off again.
Yeah, you had Austin Brigham, you also had Marvin Himes over there, and I think Giovanni Bolt was in the vicinity as well, and that's one of the risks that you have if you're still throwing the football up multiple scores with a little bit of time left, and you got to be careful on this 3rd down, so it'll be decision time on what Pickler and company want to do.
Pickler's going to have 4 wide receivers here on 3rd down. He's got Merrill in the backfield. 3 wide to the right side. Man coverage for Baltimore. They will hand it off to Merrill, and Merrill will get about a gain of 4. Take it inside Baltimore territory, and you got to figure you're going to have to go for a coffin corner kick here.
Yeah, at this point, you're going to have to rely on your punter to pin it deep for Baltimore and give themselves as little chance as possible to march down the field. So it'll be really dependent on how this punter kicks this ball up in the air.
Bono Wilkinson making his first punt of the game today. The punt team has only been out for 3 plays so far this entire game. It's been very score-heavy this entire matchup. They'll punt the ball away to Bolt. Giovanni Bolt will fall for the fair catch, and he'll get it at the 14-yard line. So there'll be 2:56 to go in the 4th. And again, looking at London's playoff possibilities, again, looking at the top of your screen there, Las Vegas and Arizona, one of those scenarios that gets London in the playoffs, one of them that will benefit them is a Vegas loss, because the London win puts them on over the top.
Yeah, and you have to believe that if Las Vegas comes back in this game, it's going to shut the door for not only London, but for a lot of teams as well.
Yeah, because London is on the outside looking in as well. Louisiana, the 12 seed, holding on tightly to that last playoff spot. As Chima makes a nice catch there to the 29, they're going no huddle.
Yeah, again, don't risk it at this point. Try to get down the field as quickly as possible.
3 wide pro set here on set 1st down. A free play here for Baltimore, and a good catch by Chima, but it'll stop the clock with a defensive penalty.
Yeah, there's just a jump there, and regardless of what happens, like you said, it's going to stop the clock a little bit here, and Baltimore will have a little bit of a reprieve. They can kind of breathe a little bit, go with a new formation, and try to stifle this London defense.
Chad Rowland there called for the offsides, but a great catch there from Chima to make the play and keep the drive alive for Baltimore.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Baltimore, they're probably going to look for it deep a little bit here. So watch out for, I'm going to say Ivory Irvin might be the next option on the bottom of your screen. Watch for him maybe to streak down the field.
4 wide for Wigmore on 1st down. 3 to the right side. Takes a high snap. Has time. Rolls to his right. Throws right. Passes batted away. Incomplete. And again, nearly picked off by Brandon Ewing.
Yeah, that's very, very risky pass. And again, they decide to go on the right side. It looked to be Mac Chima once again, and they're really heavily relying on him, though I would think that it would be time for Ivory Irvin to kind of step up a little bit here and get a few catches as it becomes crunch time. Again, look at the bottom of your screen.
Second down and 10. Wigmore again in the shotgun. They're in that same formation. Throw down the middle is nearly intercepted again. Anthony Weah was there for another possible pick, but didn't come up with it, and it's incomplete for third down.
This London secondary has been clutch on these two plays here, just batting the ball away. You don't always have to go for the interceptions. As long as you can just bat it away, like Wyo did on this one, it'll still stifle that offense, and it'll still apply pressure for Jack Wigmore to throw a more accurate pass.
Now going into a 5-wide set here on third down. Wigmore in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, throws a nice one down the right side, and it's intercepted again! Oh my goodness, and a terrible turn of events for Baltimore.
And with 2:24 left in this game, this might have sealed the deal. There's still a little bit of time left for Baltimore to get the ball back, but they're going to need to be smart, this defense, and maybe try to poke the ball away or get us interception themselves if London continues to go with the passing game. But nonetheless, another huge interception grab by London, again shifting the momentum back fully on London's side.
That marks Brandon Ewing's 5th interception on the year. Fantastic job there by the London defense. And they have time to kill. 1st and 10 in the shotgun, but brought down in the backfield when trying to go for the pass. But he's taken down by number 95, Tucker Lewis.
Yeah, and I don't think London's going to mind that all too much because it's still going to shed the clock and is going to get us to the 2-minute warning up to this point. But with 2 minutes left, I would start thinking about running it with Robert Merrill.
And we will find out in just a moment. With 2 minutes to go, the London Knights are up against the Baltimore Vultures, 34-24. This is the SFL, presented by APM Music, on For the Fans. Here we go, 2nd and 14, 4 wide receivers for London. Shotgun set for Pickler. Under a little pressure, throws to the right side, and it is caught by Merrill. Looks like they're going to give him no gain on the play, but he did go out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 1:57 to go.
Yeah, that's going to be to Baltimore's favor to stop the clock there. And now sets up a 3rd and very deep situation for London. So at this point, yeah, you might actually have to pass this now to just get the 1st down and start shedding some timeouts out of Baltimore's possession.
Yeah, remember, Baltimore has 2 timeouts left. They lost one to a challenge. 3rd and 14. Pickler, and he's brought down by Lewis again! And a huge loss!
Unbelievable. Tucker Lewis has just made it a nightmare for Pickler on this drive here, getting him to him again. And that's going to be sack number 4 for him for this game. So not only in this quarter, but all game long, he's been a nightmare in Johnny Pickler's mind. And now deep 4th down situation, and London is going to have to punt it.
Yeah, Tucker Lewis couldn't lose with any of those sacks. A fantastic job on defense by him. Punt goes underway for Bono Wilkinson, and a fair catch will be called by Bolt. It'll be taken at the Baltimore 37. So they've got 1:46 to go. Time to get down the field, score a touchdown, and now at this point, you got to hope for an onside kick.
Yeah, but at this point, they do need to pass deep, but they do have to worry about Jack Wigmore and his accuracy, because the last 3 drives, what has happened? It's been interceptions. So he's got to be careful with these throws up to this point. The secondary for London has been potent.
Yeah, the last 3 drives have all been picks. One of them went all the way to the end zone. Wigmore, 1st down, going to throw. Pass caught there by Hazard. Doesn't get much. Gets a gain of about a yard. And the clock is winding down with 1:35 to go.
They have to go hurry up at this point.
4 wide in the shotgun here on 2nd down. Wigmore has time, throws to the right side, pass is caught! Oh, and a huge gain with room to run! And a fantastic run there, and that'll bring an end to the timeout. And it looks like that was their last one.
Yeah, they used their 2nd one on the Tucker Lewis sack to stop the clock, but a absolutely massive catch from Mac Chima, and it looked like he was gonna get pay dirt, but this time he gets stopped by 21, Rain Rowe, to prevent any points going Baltimore's side. And now Baltimore not in field goal range, inside the red zone, is threatening, but with only 83 seconds left to go.
If they have to, they are in field goal range to force a tie, but again, that would have to depend on getting an onside kick. At this point, score the touchdown. Wigmore to the right, gets a good catch there. Taken down at the 11-yard line. Good catch by Holder. They're going back into the shotgun with 4 wide. Minute 12 to go. Wigmore throws to the right, going for the score, and it's intercepted! Oh no, Brandon Ewing once again seals the deal.
And I think that was the most spectacular of the interceptions that we've seen from London. Is that a one? Yes, a one-handed interception in the end zone to seal things off for London, and they have cracked the Baltimore code this season, giving them their first loss.
And that is a hat trick for Brandon Ewing, his 3rd pick on the day. A fantastic job by Brandon Ewing making the stop. And now London will go into victory formation. They just got to kneel down 3 times to seal the game, and that's one of them. We've got a minute to go. And again, now we have to look at playoff implications here for London. Baltimore has already locked in the 1 seed. They are good. They are set. But now what's going to happen with London? You had Charleston win. They're 7-5. Portland's now 6-6. St. Louis has yet to play. Vegas is currently playing right now. They're down by 8. So you got to hope for Vegas to hopefully falter. London's also got to hope for Louisiana to falter on Sunday, and that's going to be the best case scenario for London to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different scenarios that we have to attribute to as well, which we're going to find out after the Las Vegas-Arizona game. We're going to have Cam Irvine and Mike St. Green talk about the scenarios at 10:15 Eastern. So watch out for that show afterwards on the SFL Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting situation because, with this win, London is in the talks to get in the playoffs. We've got zeros on the board. That is going to do it here in London. Final score, the London Knights 34, the Baltimore Vultures 24. Boy, we just had a huge amount of highlights in that second half.
Yeah, and it has to be capped off that we have to give a huge amount of credit to the London defense, because Baltimore, as deadly as they can be, they showed their kryptonite here in this game with Jack Wigmore throwing 4 interceptions in the 4th quarter alone. So it's all about having the proper secondary and knowing the play styles that Baltimore wants to do, especially when they're down. So the big key here, London has cracked the Baltimore code, like I said earlier. What a fantastic game from the defense, and what an even more fantastic game from Johnny Pickler, as he's going to end up just a little bit shy of 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. So an amazing game from both ends for London.
Yeah, it was a fantastic job by Pickler, going all the way in the air, 38 of 56 for 397 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Same can be said for Jack Wigmore. He had 29 for 40 for 320. There was one of the touchdowns there by Urban. 2 touchdowns, but as we said, 5 interceptions, 4 of them in the 4th quarter. It was a terrific loss of clutch for Baltimore, but a fantastic job by London. They put the 1 in 11-1, as Baltimore will not get the perfect season this year. But they, even with the loss, they are still a force to be reckoned with. And there was that pick 6. That was the one that blew the game open for London.
Yeah, and Baltimore's going to look at this and just say, hey, we're going to have the next week off with our bye because we are the 1 seed after all, and we're just going to tweak some things and adjust so that whoever comes in the quarterfinals, they're going to be ready for it. So watch out for this Baltimore team. Maybe they're going to be even more deadly than we've ever seen them this season.
They absolutely could be, and I think that loss will definitely bolster them a little bit more as we see that final interception there. Oh man, that final pick by Brandon Ewing was amazing to see. What a fantastic finish there in London. Player of the game honors go to Johnny Pickler. As we said, 38 for 56. They say 36-55, 398 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a QBR of 89.8. He led London all the way from having a close game to blowing it open, and it was a fantastic finish for the Knights. That's going to do it for us today. Once again, the final score, London 34, Baltimore falling for the first time this year, only getting 24. That'll do it today from London, with thanks to Gerald Smith and Shane Kaufman in the stat truck, Cam Irvine, our executive producer, and my good buddy Brett Solberg here. I'm Ethan Muslin. Sayonara or cheerio from London.